So in this video I'll talk you through how to take your 3D CAD model ready to 3D print. So we'll go directly from Fusion into the 3D printer software, and in this case for the FlashForge it's FlashPrint. So we open up our design. We might want to take note whether the design is made out of one or more than one body. So this one has got two bodies, so I'm going to just take one of them through to print. So I could right click and save as an STL, and I could go over across the ribbon to make and 3D print. And when we do that, a grey box will appear and it will ask us to choose our selection, which we have. You can preview the mesh, you can change the refinement of the output, and then you can send it straight to a 3D printer utility, which is your software, and you can choose if you've already got it loaded up onto your computer, so you can see FlashPrint here. So I'll click on OK. Now this design will be too big for the FlashPrint print area, so I'm just going to avoid the update for now, and I'm going to put it on the platform. So at the moment, if I maximise this, you can see that the print is too big for the platform, so I'm going to have to slice it up. So the way that I will do that, I'll take my design, so you must select it, and I'm going to rotate it, and on the y-axis -90. So it's now going through the sort of roof of the area and through the bed. So I'm going to go back to move and put it on the platform. And this is where I will use the cutting tool. So I'll go to cut, and you can draw a line with the mouse, but it's more accurate if you choose your plane, and then you'll see the red disc to see the height it's cut at. Now I usually set a height myself, so I'm going to go for 120 mm, which brings it just inside the print area. Now if you click on Start Cut, it slices the model up, and this time I'll do 240, and I'll go on to Start Cut again. So it's broken it into 3 parts, so I can now choose the model to move, and I'm going to put it back onto the platform. So I'm going to do that twice. I'll choose a model at the top as well on the platform, and then you can make the choice as to whether you're going to 3D print all of them or if you're just going to 3D print part of it. So here I'm going to take out the middle piece, and I'm going to take out the end piece, and I'm going to move the main hand piece into the middle. Now at the moment we haven't got too many sort of overhangs. There are the circles here which will require a tree-like support system, so I need to choose which extruder I'm going to go for. So I'm going to go for the right hand side extruder, as I have a choice of 2. So I'm going to select my model and go onto extruder and use the right hand side. Then I'm going to go onto supports up at the top, and I'm going to see if, well, support options, I can do tree-like or linear, and I can play around with the settings. I can go onto auto supports, and you will see that it creates a sort of branch-like structure. I quite like these ones because they're easy to break off afterwards. So from here we come back out. I'll give you the option to save it with the supports, but I'm not going to on this occasion. And I will go to print, which is up at the top, and it will ask me what type of machine, what type of material on each extruder, and supports the auto-matched raft. I'm going to disable. No, I'm going to keep the raft on actually, just because of how tall and thin the item is. I don't want it to fall over. Low resolution will obviously be quicker, probably slightly thicker layer height, and the quality won't be as good, but when you're doing a first model test, then it doesn't matter too much. You can go into more options and play around with the shells and the infill and the speed, etc. But I'm going by the factory settings at this point. So I'm going to go to OK. It will prompt me, where do I want to save the item, and we have an SD card for this printer, and I'm going to call it cast hand LHS for left hand side. Okay, you can, it's quite good practice to put what quality settings you're saving that print on as well. So if I save that as low for low quality and click on save, it will calculate the design or the print, and that will come through at 2 hours and 48 and 15.27 meters. And you can have a look at weight estimations as well, which will tell you here, and you can also have a look at dragging the 447 layers down to have a look at how the print will progress. So I can click on back from here, take out the memory card and take it over to the printer and slot it in at the side, and then on the screen, the printer's panel, click on print, click on the memory card, and then I can go down and I can choose cast hand LHS low. Okay. I could have put more instructions on there. If I hadn't put LHS for left hand side of the hand, then I might have put RHS for the right hand nozzle. So this printer filament is set up on the top, so I'm going to click on print, so it will now start to heat up. It will move the bed and it will start printing layer 1 onwards.